Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal here. I'm just here because I wanted to do another code review. And this code review is because I have decided to do an internship with British Airways via Farage, this website called Farage. So it's a free internship. It's about 2.5 hours worth of work, although it took me longer than 2.5 hours to do the first project. And on this internship, you get 2 projects to do, and you can put those projects on your CV and LinkedIn if you want to, just to say that you've done an internship with British Airways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a code review of what I did with this British internship. So I'm not sure I'm going to put it on my LinkedIn account or my CV just yet, but I will do a code review, and then I'll put the code review on LinkedIn so people will see it that way. So this is a BA Data Science Internship Project 1, or Task 1 really. I think they said it was a task. Task 1. The first thing that you have to do is you have to scrape this website called Skytrax. I believe it's called Skytrax. And then so they do actually give you the code to scrape the website, because I've never really scraped a website before. And since I've never really scraped a website before, it would be a little bit difficult for me. So they did give us the code to scrape the website. The first thing we want to do is we want to import our libraries that we're going to use. So we're going to import request. That's to do with scraping the website. From BS4, import beautiful soup. That's to do with scraping the website. We're going to import pandas, which is creates your data frames, and it does data processing. We're going to import NumPy, which creates NumPy arrays and performs numerical computations. We're going to import string, which is to do with natural language processing. We're going to import Seaborn SSNS, which is data visualization statistically. And we're going to import matplotlib.pyplot.splt, which is also data visualization. So they gave me the code to scrape this website. The base URL is https:// I think it's called /www.airlinequality.com /airline reviews /British Airways. So we're going to be looking at the British Airways reviews. Pages is going to be 37, and page size is 100. And reviews is going to be a blank array. So for I in range 1, pages plus 1, print the page that it's scraping, create a URL to collect links from the paginated, and I'm going to just delete this because that's not necessary. Print, create URL to collect links from the paginated data, URL equals F, base URL page I, sort by post date, and then some other stuff, and collect HTML data from this page. Response equals request.getURL. We're going to parse the content. Content equals request content. Parse content equals beautiful soup content. HTML parser. For para and parsed content, find all div class text content reviews dot append para dot get text, and then you print the length of reviews and total reviews. And what happens is it tells you what page you're on and how many reviews that you got, and you give, like, I think it's 100 reviews. A page size is 100, so you get 100 reviews per page, and it's only 37 pages long. And then we create a data frame. df equals pd.dataframe. df reviews equals reviews. then DF, and then now what we do is we convert the DF to a CSV file, and you can see over here, well, it should say reviews there, but it's not, and it's deleted it. For some reason, it deletes the CSV reviews file after the program's finished, or it removes it after the program's finished, because it should say VA reviews file here, and if I run the program, then it'll save it again, but I'm not going to run the program because I was up in the middle of the night working on it. And then so now what we've done is, now you have your data set for the task. So the data set is going to be VA reviews.csv. So now that we've got the data set, because we scraped the website for the data, then we have to do work on it. So we're going to read the data. Reviews equals pd.readcsv, VA reviews.csv. Reviews equals reviews.pop reviews, and these are your reviews. So we've got our reviews. Now we have to clean the text. So we're going to remove punctuation from the text. So for punctuation in string.punctuation, text equals text.replace punctuation, return text. So now this is just what I've done to clean the text. Reviews equals reviews.string.replace, trip verified with a space. Reviews equals reviews.string.replace, check with the space. Reviews equals reviews.string replace, and then it's a long line with a space. And then now what we do is we're going to remove any word that's less than 3 characters. Reviews equals reviews.string replace r /v, and it's any word less than 3 characters. And then reviews equals reviews.apply, remove punctuation. And then we've got reviews. So this is what we've got now. So we removed all of the punctuation. So this is what you get. We check the shape. We've got 3529. That's how many reviews you had. Now what we're going to do is we're going to print off the 50 most commonly used words after we've removed all of the words that are less than 3 characters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a graph with the 50 most commonly used words. So the most commonly used word was flight, which is, since it's British Airways, that's pretty expected. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cluster the text. We're going to do text clustering. Categories equals negative and positive. Numcat equals then categories. Numcat equals 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to vectorize the data. So from sklearn.featureextraction.text, import tfidf vectorizer. From nltk.tokenize, import regex tokenizer. So tokenizer equals regex p tokenizer, and then r/w plus. And then we're going to vectorize the document using tfidf. tfidf vect equals tfidf vectorizer, lowercase equals true, stop words equals English, n-gram range is 1, and tokenizer equals tokenizer. So we're going to fit and transform text data. Review counts equals tfidf vect fit transform reviews. We're going to check the shape of the counter. Reviews counts shape is 3529 rows by 12,646 columns. Now we're going to put it into k-means. From sklearn.cluster, import k-means. We're going to create k-means objects and fit it to the training data. K-means equals k-means in clusters equals numcat dot fit reviews counts. And then we're going to get the labels using k-means. Pred labels equals k-means dot labels. And then we get our pred labels. It's either a 0 or a 1. So these are cluster centers, but I didn't get to make a diagram of the cluster centers, unfortunately, but those are the cluster centers. Now we go unique counts equals np.unique, pred labels return counts equals true, so you convert it to a dictionary and zip unique and counts. So 0 is 1640 and 1 is 1889, so you have more ones than you have zeros. So now we're going to do metrics to find out what a good fit it was. So compute DBI score. DBI equals metrics dot Davies Bolden score. DF reviews counts dot to array preds labels. Compute silhouette score. SS equals metrics dot silhouette score. DF reviews counts dot to array pred labels. Metric equals Euclidean. And print the DBI and silhouette scores. Print DBI score, DBI silhouette SS. So you got your DBI score of 13 and your silhouette score of 0.005. Now what we did was we printed off we're going to create a data frame with the DF reviews in it. So, and the labels, so you've got all the reviews and all the labels. And then we use seedporn to make a plot of all the reviews and all the labels. So you see we've got more ones than we have zeros. And then now what we're going to filter it, so you can see all the labels, all the reviews that have a label of 1. And then you have all the reviews that have a label of 0. And what I was supposed to do when I finished this is I was supposed to make a PowerPoint presentation with what I found, but the only thing that I did in the PowerPoint presentation was when they weren't clear, because they said they wanted it 1 page. So that's what I did. I gave them 1 page. I didn't give them a title page. I gave them 1 page. But what I did was I told them that there were the maximum number of reviews that I did and the 50 most common words. And the reason why I did the 50 most common words was because I couldn't, in all consciousness, include the clustering in it. And the reason why I couldn't include the clustering in it was because you had, I don't know how it was clustered, because the data wasn't labeled. And because the data wasn't labeled, we had to label it ourselves. And I don't know, I selected positive and negative. So let's say hypothetically 1 is a positive. Okay, so they've got here, we'll never British Airways again. So that's not a positive, that's a negative. Worst aircraft have ever flown. Again, that's not a positive, that's a negative. So I couldn't put the clusters in the PowerPoint presentation because it wasn't correct. And so that's the only thing I did was the most commonly used words. And so that's what I did. That's what I did in my project, because how could I could cluster it and I could show the clusters, but I couldn't I couldn't say it was positive and negative, because it wasn't, because you had a lot of negatives over here with the label of 1. And so we couldn't do that. So this is just what I included in my PowerPoint presentation. I just included the 50 most commonly used words in my PowerPoint presentation. So one of the most common words was good. And when they gave me the presentation, they did something else. But it's very difficult to cluster something when you don't have the labels. So you can cluster it, but you don't know what it's clustered on. So that's why I did it. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude this presentation, this code review, because I've talked about everything that I need to talk about. And in addition to that, it's getting close to the time where I have to leave. So if you like my code review, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you to my subscribers for supporting my channel. If you want to be notified whenever I make a video, please tick on to the bell button next to the subscribe button, and you will be notified whenever I make a video. And thank you so much for watching my code review. I look forward to making more code reviews for you in the future.